All right. This is Jared Craig let me start over. This is Jared Craig with a Vet Voice, and on behalf of Veterans for America First and Legacy PAC, I have the pleasure of speaking with Alan Colvin, who's an advocate for the blind, who's been working with Intervision Records. So, Alan, thank you for coming on the show today. Could you please tell our watchers and listeners what you've been up to?
Well, I want to wish everybody a good day. My name's Alan Colvin. I've been blind since birth. Basically, I've been involved in the blindness community pretty heavily since about the age of 19 to now, which I'm 52. I've worked for a number of different organizations, and there are generally, when you look at it, two organizations of the blind within the United States of America. American of the Blind, and you've also got the National Federation of the Blind. I belong to the National Federation of the Blind, and these guys, we are the largest consumer group of blind and visually impaired individuals in the United States of America. The National Federation of the Blind does work with the World Blind Union, and the work that we do is legislative. So we'll try to get certain laws passed. We'll stay abreast of different political topics that might come up, throughout the course of a presidential um, term, I guess you would call it. And we would pretty much try to address things that are directly related to blindness, things like audible traffic signals, uh, things like accessibility for disabled folks, whether it's blindness related. So you got the adaptation for websites and that kind of thing. So that's a little bit in a nutshell what I've been doing in the past. I fell in with this guy by the name of Johnny Johnson, who runs intervisionrecords.org. Uh, and Intervision Records promotes grassroots musicians, whether they're physically disabled, financially challenged, or both. We try to make sure that their music is out there for exposure and just see if we can help to unite anybody and everybody. I mean, what is the best possible way to unite folks than through the power of music?
I agree
So
with that
that's
completely. So it's an outlet for people to upload their music, their all forms of art, or is it primarily music that they upload to Intervision Records?
well, basically, Intervision Records is the outlet used to promote this kind of music. And as far as uploading music, we'll try to help them to get their stuff on different platforms. So we don't actually so much upload the music to the website, although there is an internet radio portion of this. And although we can indeed take their music if they've got it via MP3 or other format, we can feature it on the uh, Intervision FM website. Uh, but we try to actually promote the musicians. So we try to get them into different concert venues, that type of thing. We help them from the ground up. So if
Give
you
them
haven't,
access to some venues that they might not otherwise know about, or to get some gigs to make some money.
that's exactly right. That's exactly right, Jared. The way that it works is okay, if you're an aspiring musician or recording artist, um, we'll try to make sure that your uh, music gets some visibility. We'll help you put it up on Spotify. We'll help you put it up on iTunes. We'll help you to set up a, say, YouTube channel, this kind of thing. If you visit the .org website, which will be linked in the description below, you can check out exactly how that works. how to submit your things. And in that way, we just want to try to help people out, try to give back to the community, because as members of the blind community, we've been given so much. We just want to try to help out and give back as much as possible. And this is one of the ways that we can do that, because there's a 66 to 90% unemployment rate within the blind community. The blind do try to find some other ways to get employment that might be a little bit more out of the box. And because of the advent of YouTube and a lot of these other platforms, music, there's never been a better time than now to produce your own music and get it out there for consumption. A lot of people call it getting rich 99 cents at a time, but it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun.
What kind of music genres does your organization work with? Is it all music genres, or is it kind of focused on one side or the other?
Well, we are a God fearing organization. Uh, we do try to, try to promote a Christian image, but much like what a missionary might do, going into the highways, byways, and the hedges to reach the lost, we do similar things. So we open it up to any musician, whether they're a gospel musician or a secular kind of musician. We cover all genres, as you say. So that's anything and everything from R&B to hip hop to heavy metal to country to just anything that's out there.
Well,
So
do
if
you
you've got,
have any musicians that you'd like to reference today or promote, or some of your favorites that you've worked with over the past couple of years?
you know, that's a really good question. As far as promoting musicians that are out there that we're working with, I would have loved to have made sure that my boss was on this, because he would be the one to talk to with regard to some of the musicians and stuff. I kind of perform a uh, tertiary role, and we do a little bit of a talk show, he and I together, and so we cover current events, this kind of thing, um, on this talk show on intervisionfm.com. But he'd be the one to really uh, talk to with regard to promotion of these musicians. I just kind of help him out where and when I can.
So you do a talk show similar to what we're doing here, but you do this on a daily basis, or is
Yes,
it all day, every day?
it's usually Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, 11 to 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. Um, and if the spirit moves him, well, we'll do some special shows, that kind of thing, together. Um, Whereas he promotes a lot of the music stuff, I'm pretty much the tech guy. And so I kind of work behind the scenes to not so much help him to produce his stuff, but to help him with the aspects of technology that might be faced where there are two heads that you can slam together. Why, that's always better. When you can build on somebody else's knowledge, it's always good. And so I have a background in computers. I've been working with adaptive aids and technologies for the blind community since probably the mid 80s. And so I kind of help him with some of the adaptive aids technologies necessary to uh, produce his uh, produce his show, but more importantly, to try to help with promotion of these musicians.
Gotcha. Well, if there were some people who wanted to look into the show, follow you guys, watch you guys, listen in, I've got your website as www.intervisionrecord.org and intervisionfm.com, and I'll place those down below. But do you also have social media for the organization or for yourself, or do y'all have anything other than those websites that you'd like to promote, or promote the show, promote any portion of what you guys have been up to?
You know, I asked my boss last night, and I really should have followed up a lot better on this. Uh, but we are available on YouTube, GETTR. I believe we're going to be getting onto Cloud Hub at some point, True Social, and a couple of other different platforms as well as Facebook. Um, I should have gotten all that info together. What I can do is send you an either text or email. Boy, just all of the addresses. But intervisionfm.com will have a lot of the contact info as well as the Intervision Records website.
Okay. Well, Alan, it's a pleasure speaking with you today. I know that we're going to probably be working together in the future on other parallel activities here. So it's nice to speak with you in person on this day before Thanksgiving. I'm sure everybody else is prepping for cooking and getting everything ready for tomorrow. So, Alan, it's always a pleasure. And once again, I want to remind everybody that if you wanted to follow his show, go to www.intervisionrecords.org, excuse me, and intervisionfm.com. And we'll get all the information up. So if anybody wanted to potentially reach out and volunteer, make donations, or just be a fan, we'll definitely make that available.
Absolutely, and if you just want to make a small donation of $5 to $500, you can hit up paypal.me/intervisiondenver. That's paypal.me/intervisiondenver.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Alan. You keep doing what you're doing, and I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks, Jared.